Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action. This is the BetMGM Premier League, brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. Coming to you live on Sky Sports from the incredible city of Cardiff. This is our first Cardiff semi-final. Time to welcome back our players. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 7 PDC titles, a Masters champion, a World Championship semi-finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Hollywood Chris Dobey!
Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych! Straight up grooving, we can get you grooving. This track's moving, it ain't no hype. Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych! Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and rumble. Get rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and rumble. Everybody rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The winner of 157 PDC titles worldwide. A 7-time Premier League champion. And a 3-time champion of the world. Mighty Michael.
Okay then, our first semi-final of the night here in Cardiff, featuring the 7-time Premier League champion, Michael van Gerwen. How good was he in the quarter-finals? Fought back from 4-1 down against the world champion Luke Humphries, where he averaged 104, hit 55% of his doubles, fired in 4 180s as well. But that's not been the problem, has it, this season? The problem has been replicating his quarter-final display in the semis. So how will he fare here? Can he book his spot in a first final this season? Well, Chris Dobey, he's been in one of those. That was way back on night 1 in Belfast. Well, he opened up the night with a 6-2 victory over Stephen Bunting. It was an edgy and nervy affair, wasn't it? Average around 90. So what can he produce here against Michael van Gerwen? For our first semi-final then, let's head to comms and join Mark Webster and Wayne Mardle.
Thank you very much, Emma. Hi there, hi everyone, hi Mark. I'm looking forward to this. I agree with everything that Emma said, and the replication for Michael is absolutely everything here. If he can perform anywhere like he did against Luke Humphries, you're thinking it might be enough. But the thing is with Chris Dobey, he's a worldie, he's world class. I don't foresee him playing like he did against Stephen Bunting again. I think he will be a lot better. For me, Mark, it's still unclear who wins this one.
Yeah, definitely. Chris Dobey will be a lot more relaxed, that is for sure. Got himself a couple of points and not a disservice to Stephen Bunting. He didn't want to be the first one to drop points to him, so he got that win. And he'll be well aware of the fragilities behind Michael van Gerwen in semi-finals this year. Even though he did rally really well against Luke Humphries, Dobey will be hoping to put himself in a second final of this season.
100.
Yeah, Michael with one of the most impressive wins by anyone really against Luke Humphries in the quarter-final. He was in trouble. He was losing against someone averaging about 110 and found a way.
I thought he was done. 4-1.
Yes.
See it, and big win in more ways than one for Michael. Not just beating Luke Humphries, Humphries generally got the better of Michael in recent meetings, but to do it from 4-1 down and just find something when he'd maybe been doubting himself up there.
We saw this by Rob Cross just 10 minutes ago to beat Gerwen Price in the last leg. Yeah, Michael van Gerwen is looking to reach his first nightly final. Incredible.
First nightly final. He had 3 nightly wins by this time last year.
Yep.
But makes a brilliant start here. And big show of emotion from Michael even this early in the match, because he knows this is where he's been falling short, backing up his quarter-final wins. But a breaker throw and starts off with a match. He looks really determined, Michael.
He does. He's actually throwing well. The last dart there was no walk on it. Used the previous 2 markers. Yeah, the spell that he found against Luke Humphries. We've seen it many times in this Premier League from him, but it's only been a spell that's lasted several legs, and that's it. He's got to do it again.
You and John touched on at the top of the show as well. He's not a points totter, is he? That's not what the Premier League's about.
No.
Just getting himself in the top 4. He wants to get himself there in style with some nightly wins and sort of stroll into finals night believing he can win it.
57. You know what Michael's like, Mark. He wants to be in that practice room with the guys saying, look, when I play well, I win. You all know that. Well, I did say Chris Dobey would be better against Michael than he was against Bunting. That's not the case so far. He's having an absolute stinker, a leg and a bit in.
140.
Michael is doing the complete opposite, averaging up towards 100, well, over 108 already, and looking at a 2-leg lead. Instead, if Michael wins this game,
96.
going to 3rd spot, the extra point will take him above Gerwen Price. And it's looking likely at the minute. Bright start from MVG.
Yes, great start. Dobey has to improve. This is a big leg because it's the Dobey throw, and Michael will feel like if he can just attack from the outset, Dobey will be even more on the back foot. Oh, wow.
Double breaks, Wayne, in a race to 6 at this level. They're hard to turn around, aren't they? And these are desperate times already, even this early in the match for Chris Dobey. Got to hold throw here.
93.
Michael van Gerwen smashed Dobey at the World, 6-1. In the semi-finals, couldn't find that form against Luke Littler early in the final. He kind of was tight at the back end, but just got outplayed for the first half hour.
Yeah, 4 sets to 0 down before he even got into his stride. And that World Final changed on a maximum in the first leg. Just a sort of a statement maximum that he didn't need to throw, and he ended up messing around, splitting when he should have just set up, and from there allowed Luke Littler to dictate.
Chris needs to at least apply some pressure in the leg. 60-60 tops. Against Luke Humphries at the start of the game, he was wayward, MVG. He isn't here.
Oh, this is huge for Dobey. Can't find the second one. 60's never a gimme. Can be awkward the first start. The sort of pathway where Michael van Gerwen leaves the tops.
Moving way over to the right. No drama. Clearly feels comfortable playing against the man that clearly feels uncomfortable.
I mentioned Michael wins this. He'll go on to 13 points. He'll go above Gerwen Price. He can win the night and finish level with Luke Humphries, but what best case scenario will end the night in 3rd spot. due to nightly wins.
There's no doubt about it. Michael van Gerwen knows how to get it done. He just doesn't get it done as often as he used to. He's really at odds with himself, Chris Dobey.
81.
He's not had a data double. He's averaging 83. That shows you how off he is.
58.
Unless he finds a quick fix here. This is one of those games that you just kind of want to be over. But Chris, he needs to recover on those breaks. Probably needs to do it now.
134.
Two nice treble 19s for him. This might be a leg that
54.
gives him a bit of a fill-up.
146.
Well, he hit two treble 19s the last two darts he threw. Just needs another two. Ah!
94.
Big ask for Michael. 154. Dobey will return at 52. He wasn't massively clinical on his doubles against Stephen Bunton in the opening quarter-final. Bunton gave him so many opportunities. This is his first one here.
Yeah, this isn't a gimme. Told you. When you've not had a data double, Mark, you've been royally outplayed. You can make a meal of it, can't you? And you tighten up even more.
Yeah, he dispatched that really well, Chris. Still advantage Michael van Gerwen. But one of those breaks has been recovered for Chris.
100.
Any pro that hits a 61st arm walks away with a ton is an unhappy pro, and let me tell you. And Michael winced there.
60.
From Chris's point of view, Mark, it wasn't a good game against Stephen, but he got 2 points. If he loses here, it's not a disaster for him. It's just not pleasing to play this way.
No, and it's a big week for him next week as well, isn't it? Newcastle Premier League.
Oh, yeah.
Get a big reception there, Chris Dobey, so it's that added pressure. We saw Gerwen Price was undone by a bit of magic this evening by Rob Cross. And if he doesn't win this game, he will be playing Luke Humphries, so it's a tough assignment anyway. It's just got tougher.
Michael's looked very likely tonight.
96. Michael, you require 124.
In control of the match, in control of this leg. Because Chris was on 210, didn't need to utilise the 14 or treble.
Not being able to back up that break. Well, unless there's some mistakes from Michael. A little nudge. It's for 4-1.
Again, zero drama. In his pot, Van Gerwen would just extinguish anything, wouldn't he? Someone would hit a 180 to leave a double in, he'd kind of walk up there even quicker and get it.
He would demoralise you, Michael. We played them both, Phil Taylor and Michael van Gerwen. In Taylor was more drawn out, wasn't it? Michael could do it in double quick time and just rattle through sets, matches, and it was just hard to compete with. He's fired up, Michael. He's determined not to make a mess of another semi-final in this year's Premier League.
83.
He's going about it in the right way.
Yeah, tonight is the night he has looked focused for the duration. That was even when he was losing against
100.
Luke Humphries as well. Luke was just better than him for that period of the match. But not any moment in any week, Mark, he's always had an off spell. He hasn't really had one this week so far.
No, like you rightly said, he was losing to Luke Humphries because his opponent was just doing things better than him. He was maintaining a good level of performance. He's averaging 102 here. He's finishing at 80%. This for 5-1. The chances are he'll return.
Well, you say that, We all thought Gezi was going to return when Rob Cross left 170. You were right.
This is not happening for Chris, is it?
23.
No, it's not. No, he's having a stinker. And Michael Van Gerwen's playing well. Michael Van Gerwen was playing well.
14.
This could get messy. 7-7.
Christy Maguire, 100.
If he returns, it's always awkward. And he's going to, and there's a decision to make for Michael here.
Yeah.
He generally just goes on the attack. Maybe Chris Dobey's setup will influence Michael's decision here.
84.
We shall see. Is he going to go straight at it? The answer is no. 4-4 now. Oh. Yeah, you should do that as well. That was a little lucky, MVG. That was not a good dart thrown at that double, let me tell you. You need a bit of luck, I don't care how good you are.
His reaction tells it all, but it's a leg in the end that went to his rightful owner. There's been all Michael Van Gerwen in this match. For Chris, there's a little deflection there.
Just a little one, Mark.
We love them though, don't we?
Well, look, that's why the flights and the barrels are there. You need it. That's what a marker's for. His reaction told you that when he threw it, he thought that that wasn't going in. Chris will not give up. Just that everything is such hard work for him.
When he sort of dissects this evening, Chris Dobey, he'll be thinking, I've done well to get 2 points from here tonight. He hasn't been his fluent self, but the best players in the world find ways to grab points at Premier League nights when they're not at it, and Dobey, that has got to be his sole consolation, because it's looking like he's getting no more than 2 points here in Cardiff.
Well, he hasn't, or he hadn't won a game since week 1. It had been a real barren spell for him. So winning a game, it has to be seen as a plus.
If he doesn't take this 150 out, his chances of getting any more points, you feel, have gone. Michael Van Gerwen to go into his first final in week 7 of this year's Premier League.
Of course, there's pressure on it because you want to win a game. You don't want to start faffing. You've got to go for it, pal. Can't lay up. That is faffage. That is a real mess. And when you're not used to winning, Mark, which he isn't in the Premier League, all of a sudden it becomes a chore.
He didn't want to go for that 5-5, did he? He was looking over, hoping that Chris would be on an... Well, it proved to be awkward. But this could still... Well, there could still be some faffing done here from Michael.
Oh, my. That's unlucky. That is really unlucky. He's thrown a good dart at that. It's not in, pal.
56.
Look at it all you like, it ain't in.
There's 1 from 1 on doubles, Chris. To stay in. Just had the feeling it's this sort of match. Just hasn't happened for Chris Dobey.
He's going to cross the line and it's going to feel like a bit of a relief here. Whereas it's been a good performance from Michael. Can't let this leg ruin his feeling. And there you go, he doesn't feel 100% now. But that was still a good performance. Chris Dobey's had an absolute stinker. It was just one of those. It was one of those. Michael Van Gerwen wins by 6 legs to 1 against Chris Dobey. He's in his first weekly final, Michael Van Gerwen, in week 7 here in Cardiff. Who will he play? Will it be Luke